Hi, and welcome to your new leader orientation for Girl Scouts of Nassau County. This orientation is approximately 40 minutes long, and you will learn about who Girl Scouts is as an organization, the support you have as a leader, the Volunteer Essentials Digital Guide, troop finances, troop meeting basics, parents and caregivers, planning resources, and the next required training you'll need to take. First, we want you to have an understanding of who Girl Scouts is as an organization. We're going to break this down by talking about the history of Girl Scouts and how Girl Scouts is structured. Girl Scouts is over 100 years old. It all began with Juliette Gordon Low, also known as Daisy. She brought the first group of 18 girls together in Savannah, Georgia in March of 1912. Over the past century, Daisy's small circle of girls has grown to include more than 59 million Girl Scout alumni. The first Girl Scout troop formed in Nassau County around 1918. The Nassau County Council was officially formed between 1924 and 1926. Today, we are called Girl Scouts of Nassau County. In Girl Scouts, our mission is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. The Girl Scout promise conveys how Girl Scout members agree to act every day toward one another and other people. The Girl Scout law outlines how Girl Scouts act toward one another and the world. Our Girl Scout leadership experience is a one-of-a-kind leadership development program for girls with proven results. Research shows that girls learn best in an all-girl, girl-led, and girl-friendly environment and is proven to help girls thrive in 5 key ways: as they develop a strong sense of self, seek challenges and learn from setbacks, display positive values, form and maintain healthy relationships, and identify and solve problems in the community. Girl Scouts of the USA, or GSUSA, is the national headquarters for Girl Scouts, located on 5th Avenue in New York City. GSUSA is the parent organization of Girl Scouts of Nassau County. Girl Scouts of Nassau County is located in Nassau County in Garden City, New York. We abbreviate our council's name, Girl Scouts of Nassau County, to GSNC. We are one of 111 councils around the country. There are 6 levels in Girl Scouts. Daisies are girls in kindergarten and 1st grade. Brownies are in 2nd and 3rd grade. Juniors in 4th and 5th grade. Cadets 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Seniors 9th and 10th grade. And ambassadors are in 11th and 12th grade. There are Girl Scout terms that you will hear and learn during your time as a troop leader. You will hear some of the terms in this orientation and other required leader trainings you will take. You don't need to know everything right now, but it is important to know these terms. A Girl Scout terms glossary is available for you to download below this video, so you can look at everything and learn at your pace. Now we're going to talk about the support you have from volunteers in your community and staff members to help you as a Girl Scout leader. As a leader, you will have support from people that are volunteers in your community. In Girl Scouts, we call communities in Nassau County service units. A service unit is a community of volunteers and girls in a geographic area, usually defined by a cluster of schools. Each service unit has its own name, which typically is a community name. Some service units are made up of several communities, and some are just one. One example of a service unit would be the Oceanside Service Unit, which represents all of the GSNC volunteers and girls that are in the Oceanside community. So, you may be thinking, what is my service unit? All troops in Nassau County are organized geographically into service units. So, whatever geographic area your troop is the service unit you will be in. Now that you know what a service unit is, you're ready to learn about the volunteers in your service unit. These volunteers are called your service unit team, or service team for short. They are registered volunteers just like you that have experience in Girl Scouts. and stepped up to provide support to you and your troop. A service team typically has the following volunteer roles. A service unit volunteer manager. This volunteer takes the lead in your service unit and ensures you get all of the support you need. A service unit treasurer. This volunteer takes the lead to support you with your troop finances. And a service unit cookie chair. This volunteer takes the lead to support you during the cookie season. It's important to know that you may be in a community that doesn't have a service team or doesn't have a full service team. In that case, a GSNC staff member will step in to fill any role that is missing on a service team so that you will still be connected to your service unit. As a leader, it's important for you to stay connected to your service unit. You can stay connected by calling or emailing a service unit team member. Most importantly, you can stay connected by attending leader meetings. These meetings may be virtual or in person. Leader meetings are hosted typically by your service unit volunteer manager and will allow you to hear firsthand about Council and GSUSA specific information, to find out about upcoming events and activities, to learn from experienced leaders, and make connections with other troops. In addition to your service team, there are staff members from GSNC that are available to support you. At this point, you have likely been in contact with most of them. Our customer care team are your first line of support at GSNC. They are the staff members you will first communicate with while calling us at Council. They are also typically the first staff members you will see at the front desk while coming to our Council Service Center building. Our Community Impact Managers recruit Girl Scout volunteers. You may have met them at a recruitment meeting where they introduced you to Girl Scouts. Our Membership Engagement Managers are staff members you have already spoken to complete your registration and criminal background check. They have also helped you to form your troop. Our Volunteer Experience Managers are staff members that have sent you the required steps you need to complete to become a Girl Scout leader. They will also provide you with ongoing support during your time as a leader. Reach out to them with any support you need. Now we're going to transition into our next topic, the Volunteer Essentials Digital Guide. We'll be highlighting the safety guidelines you need to know that are included in this guide. The Volunteer Essentials Digital Guide is your encyclopedia to Girl Scouting. It's not something you have to read all at once, but you do need to refer to it often. Refer to this guide when you need to learn about traveling with your troop, details about where cookie proceeds go, money earning basics, and safety. The guide also has many more topics you can learn about. Be sure to use it as an ongoing resource for your troop. We're going to highlight the safety portion of this guide next. You can access the Volunteer Essentials Digital Guide by going to the Volunteers tab on our website, gsnc.org. The Safety Activity Checkpoints Manual outlines the safety standards and guidelines used in Girl Scouting. Following the safety guidelines in this manual while doing activities with your troop is mandatory to ensure everyone's safety. Be sure to use it as an ongoing resource throughout your time as a leader. The manual is updated by GSNC staff members, so be sure not to print it as there will be changes added when necessary. To easily navigate through the manual, here's some tips. Hit Ctrl F while you're in the manual. Then a search bar will pop up on the bottom of your screen. You will then be able to easily search for keywords. For example, type in a topic like first aid. It will then jump you to the first aid section of the manual. The table of contents is also hyperlinked, so you can easily click on any section and it will take you there instantly. To access the manual, go to the Safety section in the Volunteer Essentials Digital Guide we just discussed in the previous slide. If any parents or other adults join your troop as a volunteer, they must do certain things to ensure the safety of the girls. If an adult would like to join your troop as another leader, cookie manager, or Mags and Munchies manager, that means they need to be an approved adult volunteer. All approved adult volunteers need to register, complete a criminal background check, and complete training specific to their role. So when someone wants to join your troop in any of these roles, contact GSNC to let us know. A GSNC staff person or someone from your service unit will provide you with the necessary steps to take so that person can complete their registration, criminal background check, and training. If an adult wants to join your troop as a meeting helper, first aid trained adult, or trip chaperone, they need to register and complete a criminal background check. A first aid trained adult would of course need to complete first aid training, and we'll talk about suggested places they can go to complete that shortly. If someone is coming to your troop only once for a visit, say you invite them as a speaker or guest, they do not need to complete any of the requirements just mentioned. During troop meetings and outings, there are mandatory adult-to-girl ratios that you need to be sure to follow. You can see in the chart in this slide that the ratio is based both on the Girl Scout level and if you're in a troop meeting or out somewhere with the girls. Let's highlight some of the ratios from the chart. During troop meetings, there must be 2 unrelated approved adult volunteers for up to 12 Girl Scout daisies, and an additional adult volunteer for every additional 1 to 6 daisies. During events, travel, and camping, there must be 2 unrelated adult volunteers for up to 6 daisies, and an additional adult volunteer for every additional 1 to 4 Girl Scout daisies. Please be sure to refer back to this chart to ensure these ratios are being followed. You can find the chart under the Safety section in the Volunteer Essentials digital guide mentioned earlier. For each troop trip, you need to ensure that you submit an online trip application and collect permission forms from the parents in your troop. The trip application and permission form that GSNC provides must be used. Leaders are prohibited from using forms that they create themselves or from other outside sources. This is vital to ensure everyone's safety. Later on in this training, you'll see where to locate the trip application and permission form on our website. Additionally, there needs to be 1 first aid certified adult volunteer that attends each of your troop trips. All first aid certified adults need to register and complete a criminal background check. The first aid adult in your troop can be you or another adult volunteer. You can pursue first aid certification through various resources, such as local community education, your local fire department or community center, or you can look online for trainings offered by the American Red Cross, National Safety Council, and the American Heart Association. You also need to make sure that you have a standard first aid kit that includes COVID-19 precautionary items, such as masks, gloves, wipes, and hand sanitizer, which should be at each troop meeting and trip. For more details on the information mentioned in this slide, check our Safety Activity Checkpoints manual that we discussed earlier. Now we're going to talk about troop finances, which includes how to manage your troop finances and the annual troop finance report. In order to deposit your troop money, you'll need to establish a troop bank account. But before you can do this, you need to complete this orientation and your other required leadership steps. Don't worry, your volunteer experience manager will email you with all the information you need to open your bank account after you complete your leadership process. Throughout the year, you want to be sure to keep a record of all of your troop expenses and income. It's important to save all of your receipts just so you can double check everything. Also, your troop finances are an open record. If a parent asks to see your financial records, that's okay. The funds in the troop bank account is the girl's money. There should be no hesitation to show these records. To keep track of your troop finances, you can use an Excel spreadsheet, and we'll provide a tracking sheet for you, which we'll talk about shortly. You can also record things manually in a notebook, or do whatever works for you. Just be sure to keep track of everything throughout the year. Be sure to check out our short and snappy video called Troop Finances for more details on managing your troop finances. You can find the video on our volunteer training and resources section of our website. Ensuring you keep track of your troop finances throughout the year is important because you will need to submit an annual troop finance report each year by July 31st to GSNC. A copy of this report also needs to be forwarded to your service unit treasurer. To submit it, first navigate to the report on our website, gsnc.org. Then complete all of the fields provided. You will then be asked to attach your June bank statement to the report as well. Once you do that, then you're ready to click Submit. After you submit the report, you'll get an email confirmation with a copy of it. Be sure to forward that copy to your service unit treasurer. Don't worry, every year GSNC will send you an email reminding you to submit the report and the necessary steps on how to do so. Check out our short and snappy video called How to Submit an Annual Troop Finance Report for more details on this. Now we wanted to briefly show you what the report looks like, just so you have an idea of what it consists of. We're going to show it to you in sections. Don't worry about remembering all of the details. We'll talk about a tracking sheet that will help you keep track of everything. The first part of the report will ask you basic information, like your service unit, your troop number, and the bank signers on your account. Then it will ask you to fill in your troop income, which is any troop dues you collected, product sales proceeds, and any other income like donations. Then you'll be asked to put in any of your troop expenses, like troop meeting supplies, the cost of badges, patches, and awards, snacks and food, trips and event participation, and any other expenses your troop may have had. We'll also ask if you decided to renew anyone in your troop using troop funds. The last part of the form will ask you to provide the beginning and ending account balance during certain dates. If your ending balance is greater than $500, we'll ask you to tell us why. To close out the form, you'll provide your contact information, troop status, and attach your June bank statement. Then you're done and ready to click Submit. To help you keep track of your troop finances throughout the year, we've created an Excel tracking sheet. The tracking sheet has the same income and expense fields as the annual troop finance report. So when the time comes for you to submit the report, all you'll have to do is copy your final amounts from the tracking sheet onto the report. Remember, you can track your finances any way that suits you. You don't have to use our tracking sheet if you don't want to. If you do want to use it, it will be available for you to download below this video. Just a reminder, this tracking sheet is for your records only. You cannot submit the tracking sheet to GSNC. You will need to copy the amounts from the tracking sheet and then copy them into our report for submission. You may be wondering why we require troops to submit the annual troop finance report and bank statement. Finance reports are required for financial transparency to all troop members, guardians, service unit treasury, and council finance departments. And bank statements are also required for potential auditing purposes. Now we're going to talk about troop meeting basics, including where and when you can meet with your troop. Troop meetings can be held weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, really any time that works for you and the girls. There are many different places you can hold troop meetings, such as schools, libraries, houses of worship, or community centers that may be available for your troop. You as the leader are responsible for reaching out to different locations and requesting the space for your troop meetings. Your service team can give you recommendations for where you can book your meetings. Be sure to reach out to them, as they have experience with this and are happy to help you. Another great way to host troop meetings is to do them virtually, which we'll talk about next. It's important for you to know that Girl Scouts isn't somewhere girls go or something they do. It's who they are, day in, day out. Hosting virtual meetings introduces girls to work as a team with each other in a new way. It also allows girls to learn and have fun together, even if it's not in person. For helpful tips on how to run a virtual meeting, check out our short and snappy videos. You can access the videos by going to the Volunteer Training and Resources section on our website, which you'll see how to get to later on in this training. Now we're going to talk about parents and caregivers and how they should be involved in your troop. Before meeting with the girls for the first time, you need to host a parent-caregiver meeting. The purpose of this meeting is to welcome parents and introduce them to Girl Scouts, to explain what activities the girls will be involved in, to ask for their help, and to explain any troop rules. So here's what you need to discuss with them. You want to explain that Girl Scout troops are girl-led, meaning girls will be involved in the planning process and will choose what they want to do as a troop. You also want to get to know the parents. You can ask them to help with the troop based on their skills. Communication is key. Establish how you will communicate with them and explain that there must be an honest and constant communication exchange. Lastly, you want to talk about troop dues with them. Troop dues is a lump sum of money that you ask parents to provide, which will fund the cost of troop activities. You will be able to determine this after talking to the girls about what they want to do and creating a plan for the year. Let the parents know that after you finalize this with the girls, you'll know how much the troop dues will cost. Be sure to check out our short and snappy video called Hosting a Parent-Caregiver Meeting on the Volunteer Training and Resources section of our website. Teamwork in a troop is key. When parents and leaders work together, girls benefit by having a better Girl Scout experience. You want to welcome help from the parents, as it will benefit everyone involved in the troop. There are many misconceptions that leaders and parents have. Leaders sometimes think that the parents don't want help or that they will be offended if they are asked for help. Parents sometimes think that leaders don't need help or that they know everything and have lots of time to dedicate to the troop. But we know that there are many benefits when leaders and parents work as a team. It helps to reduce unpleasant behavior from the girls. It increases the girls' confidence. It gives you as the leaders the help that you need. And it allows parents to share in their daughters' accomplishments. If you need any help communicating with the parents in your troop, we can help. You can contact us at customercare@gsnc.org. For more information on parent-caregiver involvement in your troop, check out our short and snappy video called Parent-Caregiver Involvement in Your Girl Scout Troop. That video can be found on our Volunteer Training and Resources section of our website. It's important to be as prepared as you can during your parent-caregiver meeting. You want to communicate everything about your troop clearly. We recommend that you use our parent-caregiver meeting info sheet to stay on track during your meeting. The info sheet provides you with all the topics you need to talk about. The info sheet will need to be customized by you. It will have places for you to fill in your troop's details in the spaces provided. To access the info sheet, it will be available directly below this video. As we mentioned earlier, you'll need to meet with your troop after your parent-caregiver meeting to plan what they want to do during the year. This can be your first meeting with the girls, where they brainstorm together and choose the activities they want to do. This will allow you to determine your troop dues amount. You may be wondering, how much should the troop dues be? There's no right or wrong troop dues amount. The troop dues amount is based on activities troops choose. To give you a guide, troop dues typically consist of meeting materials, badges, patches, awards, pins, and possibly any trip costs. While helping girls determine what they want to be involved in, you should make sure they know about our entrepreneurial programs. The first is our famous Girl Scout cookie program, where girls will sell a variety of cookies during the spring and winter months. Second is our Mags and Munchies program. This allows girls to sell products like nuts, snacks, magazines, and photo keepsake items during the fall. Most importantly, while participating in these programs, girls will develop 5 important life skills: goal setting, decision making, money management, people skills, and business ethics. These programs are designed to fit girls in all levels of Girl Scouts, so girls at all ages can be involved. They also allow troops to earn money, which is a huge benefit to help them fund different activities they want to do during the year. This is really helpful to supplement the troop dues that parents will be contributing to the troop. Your troop needs to have a volunteer cookie and Mags and Munchies manager to manage these programs. Your service unit cookie chair or Mags and Munchies chair can provide your cookie or Mags and Munchies manager with the training they need for these programs. You can also contact GSNC for more information about these wonderful opportunities for your troop. Now we're going to talk about the tools and resources you need while planning troop activities. We're also going to show you where to access the resources online. There are several Girl Scout forms you will need for your troop that are located on our website. In this slide, we're going to highlight 4 forms that you should know about now. The first is the Troop Tag-Along Insurance Form. A tag-along in Girl Scouts is a child or adult that isn't a registered Girl Scout member. You want to be sure to submit the Troop Tag-Along Insurance Form to provide your troop coverage for any non-registered children or adults who may attend your troop activities. Next is the Trip Application and Permission Forms. You must submit an online trip application and have a permission form from the parents each time you meet with the girls in a location other than your regular meeting place. Last is the Troop Money Earning Application Form. This form needs to be submitted if your troop wants to earn money to do troop activities. Your troop needs to participate in our cookie program and Mags and Munchies program to earn money before they can request to earn money doing other things. Now you're going to see how to get to these forms on our website. To get to any forms that you need, first go to gsnc.org. Then on the top right of the screen, click the Forms link. You can also click the Volunteers tab at the top, and then click Online Support for Volunteers. Both of those ways will take you to this section, which is all the quick links to our Girl Scout forms. As you can see, all of the forms that we just talked about, like the Troop Tag-Along Insurance online form, the Troop Money Earning application, the Trip application, and the permission forms are all here. Refer back to this page for any Girl Scout forms that you need throughout your time as a Girl Scout leader. You should know that financial assistance is available for registration costs for girls and adults who are in need of assistance. Requests are reviewed and then the applicant will receive notice of their award. Based on need, financial assistance is also available for troop dues, uniforms, books, programs, and camp. You can apply for financial assistance by either selecting Financial Aid Request on the payment stage during your membership registration process, or by emailing a copy of the paper application from our website to lennoni@gsnc.org. Or you can mail the paper application to Girl Scouts of Nassau County at 110 Ring Road West, Garden City, New York, with the zip code 11530, with the attention to Irene Lennon. If you'd like to submit the paper application, it will be available to download below this video. The Volunteer Toolkit, also known as the VTK, is a digital planning tool that helps you plan your meetings. The VTK will benefit you in many ways. You can create a troop calendar by recording each troop meeting and trip you have. You can access lesson plans with all the activities and materials you need for your troop meetings. You can record each girl's attendance and achievements. You'll be able to add troop events to your troop calendar. And you can easily locate resources such as safety activity checkpoints. Now we're going to show you how you can get to the VTK from our website. To get to the VTK, first go to our website, gsnc.org. Then click My GS, and then the Volunteer Toolkit tab. You'll then need to sign in with your email address and password that you created when you registered. If a message like this pops up, that just means that there's scheduled maintenance on the VTK. Then click Volunteer Toolkit, and then you'll notice your troop number on the right-hand side with the level that your troop is in. If you have multiple troops, you'll be able to toggle back and forth between them. To start, go to the Explore tab. Here you're going to get two different options on how to start selecting meetings. Pre-selected tracks are going to be different year plans that have already been created for you that you can select and then customize. Here you're seeing the name of the meeting and a picture of what the girls would earn. With the second option, you can choose your own meetings. Once we click the filter option here, you'll be asked to select your level, then the type of meeting that you want, and then the category. Once you do that, a list will pop up pertaining to what you chose. You can select what you want, click Add to Year Plan, and then all your selections will be saved. And anything that you select in here will be saved in the Year Plan tab. You can switch the order of meetings. You can also assign a date and a time, and also a location. To add different custom trips or trips that are run by council, you can do that here. This is the Custom Activity tab where you can type in a trip that you took maybe in your town or community. And then Council Activity tab here is going to be where you can look up a trip that is run by GSNC and add it to your year plan. You can also use the print function here or the save to save your year plan or print your year plan. Once you click in an individual meeting, this is the outline that's going to pop up. Starting from the bottom up, you have your agenda. This is where your meeting is organized for you by time sections. So here you can see on the bottom there's a timestamp of an hour, so you know how long approximately the meeting will be. And then here you can see the time frame for each activity. So for the first activity, you can click on it, see the timestamp on the top, the materials that you need, and any talking points that you would need for the girls. So to see the full meeting, you can keep clicking in each activity and see, again, the time stamp at the top, the materials that you need, and they'll be linked, the steps to take, and again, the talking points. You can customize this section by switching the order. You can also add your own activity to the meeting. You put the name in, the time it took you, and then a description of the activity. Then on top here, you're going to see any meeting aids, such as worksheets or videos or anything that is an addition that you need with the meeting. That's helpful. Here you can record the attendance to have a record of how many girls attended the meeting. If you wanted to print the entire meeting at once, you click Activity Plan, and that will pop up here in a PDF. You can print here, and you can save this as a PDF and send it to anybody. For further questions about the Volunteer Toolkit, let us know. Contact us at customercare@gsnc.org. The online community, also known as the OLC, is a communication platform just for GSNC volunteers and parents. On the OLC, you can communicate with other leaders and GSNC staff to exchange ideas or get advice. You can access special program opportunities and discounts. You'll always be in the know of events and news that's happening at GSNC and your service unit. And you can comment on any posts you see if you have questions. Girl Scout related purchases, such as supplies that you're purchasing for troop meetings, are tax exempt. You can get a tax exempt form by printing it from the OLC. Now we're going to show you how to get to the OLC and how to access the tax exempt form on there. To get to the OLC, first go to our website, gsnc.org. Then click OLC on the top. Then you'll be asked to log in. If it's your first time logging in, just click the sign up link here. If you forget your password, there's a forgot your password link that you can click to do that as well. You're going to sign in using the email address that you use with Girl Scouts of Nassau County, and then a unique password that you create. You're going to see a lot of different groups that you can be a part of. One is the levels group. Whatever level that your troop is in, you can be a part of that group and get information. So if you're a Brownie leader, you can click on the Brownie group and see all different information that's been posted in there. You'll also see comments from other leaders and staff, which will give you more information on the posts. And you can comment if you have any questions as well. You can also be a part of the parents group. Once you click Parent Info and Discussions, that'll take you to all the posts pertaining to what parents should know. Again, you can click in any of the posts, see the important information, comment on the bottom. You can also use the messaging feature here to directly message anyone, whether it be a staff member or another volunteer. Now let's look at how we can get to the tax exempt form. First, you want to go to the Volunteers tab, and then you're going to want to look for Troop Leaders and Service Team Members. Once you click in that group, you'll see the post that says Tax Exempt Form. The PDF will be accessible there for you to click, and then you'll be able to print that. You'll also see that there's a service unit group, and this is where your service unit will have information and any events that is going on in your service unit. There's also service unit groups pertaining to a specific level as well. If you have any additional questions about the OLC, please let us know and contact us at customercare@gsnc.org. On our volunteer training and resources section of our website, there's a lot of helpful resources for you, like how-to videos and leader trainings. We're always adding more how-to videos and other helpful resources for you there, so be sure to check it out. Now we want to show you this section of our website so you know how to access all of these resources. To get to the Volunteer Training and Resources section on our website, first go to the Volunteers tab. Then on the left-hand side, click Volunteer Training and Resources. Then you'll see several drop-down tabs with different information that's helpful for you as a leader. You'll see our short and snappy videos, which are quick videos all under 10 minutes that will teach you about a particular topic. Once you click on the link to the video, it'll take you directly there, and then you can watch the video and learn all about that topic. Other things on here that are helpful to you are how to organize a Girl Scout uniform. So there's a link to a visual guide there that will take you to that. We also have lists of leader trainings. Everything is directly linked. Here we also have how-to videos on different topics. and other links to resources from our website. You'll see other trainings pertaining to different things in Girl Scouts that you may need, like first aid and camp and outdoor trainings. Be sure to always refer back to here, as we're always updating different helpful resources and how-to videos for you here. Uniform components such as badges, awards, and patches that you need for your troop can be purchased from the GSNC Shop or from the Shop section on our website. Troop purchases from the shop are tax exempt only when making purchases in person from the GSNC Shop, which is located at 110 Ring Road West in Garden City at our Council Service Center building, and when paying with a troop debit card, check, or cash. Personal forms of payment are not tax exempt. Sizing in vests, tunics, and sashes vary from level to level, so please be sure to contact the shop before purchasing items online to ensure you have the correct size. Please advise the parents in your troop to do this as well. If you have any questions, you can contact the shop by emailing shop@gsnc.org. We have now come to the end of this orientation. The next required training you need to complete is Part 1, What You Need Before Your Troop Meetings. The email you received from your Volunteer Experience Manager explains how to complete this training. And remember, all of the resources you just learned about from this orientation are available below this video. Thanks so much for completing this orientation. If you have any questions, please email us at customercare@gsnc.org.